Hey guys, I'm Ivan,
I'm Brittany.
and welcome to the, I believe, seventh now episode of the podcast.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Uh, how's your past 2 weeks been?
Chaotic as hell.
How so?
Um, so oh god, it's an iceberg and a half my last 2 weeks.
Hmm.
So I'm currently having to work on getting a new job because my old job fired me because my car was having complications, so I couldn't make it to work.
Oh,
So that was fun. And now after I got my car back, I found out it might only have like maybe a couple months before it's just garbage. So that's fun.
I mean, like it's a 15-year-old car. It's bound to happen.
Yeah, but not exactly the greatest thing to have to worry about when the economy is shit.
Yeah.
So
It's also like what, a Subaru or something like that?
it's a it's a Ford Focus.
Oh, it's a Ford. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, yeah.
It
Ford.
is.
Ford doesn't last as long as you think it does, unless it's like the F-150
Yeah.
or like any of the vans.
Hmm.
I should probably mute my watch.
Yeah. Um. And then other than that, I've just been dealing with that all week. So today I was doing more stuff for a new job, and it has been exhausting.
At least you were able to find a new job, or at least get an interview for a new job.
No kidding.
I'm still here twiddling my thumbs for the past 4 fucking months.
Yeah.
It's, it's,
Ugh.
yeah, so that's been that. Uh, and so in my case, uh, so right now my parents are in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah. Visiting my cousins and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, because for some reason, a lot of my people, just end up going to Canada because like it tends to be a lot nicer there and a lot more and a lot
Fair enough.
cheaper in terms of like immigration there.
Oh, that yeah, yeah. It's like 10 times, 12 times cheaper to immigrate Canada than it is the U.S.
Yeah, it's not as easy, but it's just a lot cheaper.
It's with Canada. It's not that it's like super difficult. Because they make it pretty straightforward. It just depends on how you want to go about it.
Yeah,
Um, but
even for
most
like tourism and whatnot.
well, if you just want to go there for tourism, you just need to have your passport, and then be like, hey, you're coming up for X amount of days as a tourist and whatnot.
Yeah, like back
Immigration and tourism is a lot different.
yeah, like back in the day, when Leffen was like banned from melee tournaments in the U.S. and he wasn't allowed to fly to the U.S. because he was on a no-fly list
Right.
because he was considered he said a lot of like bad things in the community and whatnot. He's sort of redeemed himself, but he has a very shitty past
Right.
in that regard. And in order to actually come to U.S. tournaments, he had to go to Canada first in order to actually come to the U.S. and compete. So he like went to
Yeah.
he went to a tournament called Gommel or Get on My Level, which actually happened over this weekend. And this was like back in, I want to say, 2013 2014.
Okay.
Yeah. So like he had to like travel to travel to Toronto, and then he was able to actually come into the U.S. and like travel
Right.
to the tournaments. Because like
Yeah.
because of the fact that he lives in Sweden, and there at the time there were like no like big tournaments, and in Sweden there was a competitive scene in Sweden, obviously, because at the time you had people like Armada, you had people like Ice
Right.
from Germany, you had Light from Spain and stuff like that. Uh, you had the UK scene like Professor Pro and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. You had your praise from Europe.
Yeah, but it wasn't as big as it is now.
Yeah.
Because like uh a lot of like modern melee at the time was expanding only in the US.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, there were only like 2 players from Japan in melee.
Yeah.
And that was Amsa and Rudolph is now retired.
Right. Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Amsa still plays, but like he now moved to Canada.
Right.
Moral of the story: it's easier to get into Canada than it is to get into the U.S. in some cases.
In most cases.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I don't know which ways is easier to get into America, because to get into America it's like $7,000.
yeah, probably more because like inflation
Yeah.
and whatnot.
That's the sad thing, is I'm probably lowballing it.
Yeah,
And to get into Canada, it can be anywhere from like $400 to $600.
yeah,
It's still not a cheap penny, but it's a lot better than paying 10 times the amount for a country that gives 10 times less a fuck about you.
yeah.
Especially if you're part of a minority group.
Oh yeah, I know a lot about that.
Yeah.
Granted, I haven't necessarily been ridiculed for being minority. In my life, I've been more ridiculed for my weight. rather than
Yeah.
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 That's mostly because of the fact that like when I was in when I was in elementary and middle school, uh, I uh, we were in like diverse schools. The only time I actually was ridiculed for being like minority or whatever, or like a different race, was when I went to a black school.
That's funny.
I know, it's weird, but like yeah, me and my sister were were like bullied the fuck out of in that school.
Right, yeah.
Not only by
Yeah,
the
it's crazy to
students,
think about that.
not only by the students, but the teachers too. Yeah, like
That's ridiculous.
yeah, I was in first grade, and and I didn't realize this then, but my teacher prioritized, one, the girls, and two, everybody else but me.
Yeah. It's kind of fucked up when you think about it.
Yeah. What's even weirder is that uh I somehow pass off as black sometimes.
I mean,
It makes no sense, but I have been called black twice.
yeah, I don't know.
It's like, what the
I can't say shit.
You can't, I know. But it's just like,
There's not much I can add to that. I am a basic white bitch that lives in a fucking farmed state.
yeah.
Not much I can add there.
Yeah, and I'm an ethnic man living in a very ethnic city.
Yes.
That being
Very
New
much,
York.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so like Mexican I can understand. Samoan I can see. Because yes, I have been called Samoan. Or asked if I was Samoan.
Okay.
But I don't understand how two people asked if I was black.
No idea. I got nothing there.
So off of race topics, uh, what here's what I had in mind to rant about. So you know how I've been playing Fire Emblem a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I decided to like forego playing the fourth route of Three Houses because I'm just like I really don't want to. I've already played the route in that route in its entirety and accidentally did the complicated version of the route rather than the original way that it's supposed to be played first.
Okay.
So I'm just like I don't really need to play Black Eagles again. So I'm just like let me play Engage. And I don't like it.
Really?
Oh my god, it's so bad.
Love it. I think it's fine. So,
Oh,
I was enjoying every minute.
I was not, and I'm more of a Fire Emblem head than you are.
I don't know.
Like Mo refuses to even buy the game because he already knew that it was gonna be bad. It's sort of like a Steve Sonic Boom situation with me right now, because like I see the commercials and whatnot. I bought the game because I'm just like, wow, this looks really good. I really want to play it. Oh my god, there's this whole like nostalgia thing with like the
Right.
past characters and whatnot. I really like that. I really like the nostalgia factor of it, and that's like what pushed me to play the game. It's everything else about the game that's not good.
I mean, the story is your pretty stereotypical Fire Emblem like conquest story to a degree.
The dialogue is bad. The animations are kind of wonky.
So at
The
least I'll say this with the animations, that's been a lot of Switch games lately. That's not just
Okay,
Engage.
yeah, that's just okay, yeah, that's just a Switch.
Because good examples are, I know you
Pokemon.
don't care, Pokemon, Tears of the Kingdom to a degree has had some pretty wonky animations. Like, I know Tears of the Kingdom is really good. All games have their bugs. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nothing is foolproof. Sooner people accept that, the better you can criticize the game. But another it's gonna happen. It'll happen with Super Mario Wonder. I'm sure there will be a little bit of a bug here or there.
Probably.
But yeah, the Switch is not perfect.
Yeah.
So, the things I will give Engage in its favor, yeah, it has its problems, but it does do things right that I like. I like the story. It's simple. It's stupid. I
Well,
like it.
yeah, it's just a basic Fire Emblem storyline. Your mother
Yeah,
dies, and then you gotta collect some shit
it's
in order to defeat the Fell Dragon.
they keep it simple so that new players don't have to feel super invested. Because I'll admit, that was one thing that kind of drove everyone away from Three Houses was holy fuck the commitment you had to have to that game.
Yeah, but at least it's fun to play.
I can't say shit. I never played it, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I
I've been
played it a
meaning,
lot, so.
I haven't meaning to get around to it. I just haven't had the money for it. So,
Hmm.
um,
but yeah. Yeah, the animations are bad. The dialogue is just blah. Like the dialogue is just so bad. The voice acting
I
is
think
awkward.
the voice acting I think comes down to if you have it on English or Japanese.
I
And
have
I
I
think
have it on English, obviously.
yeah, but I've noticed when you have it on the Japanese voice acting, it kind of lines up better, and I think it might be because of translation issues, which would
Probably.
be nothing new. Translation errors and just awkwardness in translation is something I'm surprised is still a problem.
Yeah, I know. Like I like watching dubs because like a lot of the time that I've seen dubs, they've been really good.
But there's always going to be the ones that outlie that just kind of trip, and those are the ones that really get hit hard for it, even
Yeah.
if they're putting 110% into it.
Yeah.
So, if that's the problem, it's fine. Like,
Hmm.
I can't blame them. Everyone fucks up.
Also also the controls are weird. Like it just feels awkward to control the character for one. And and originally when you start out the game and the way to move the character, you move the character around. It's not like you move a cursor
right,
and then
yeah.
click where you want the character to go, like it is in every fucking Fire Emblem game.
Well, to be fair, I think they're also trying to change the recipe, and they didn't make that clear in the trailers.
Yeah,
And I don't blame them. Like, they gotta try something new every so often. Like, that's how they come up with new ideas, is they gotta try shit.
but see, here's the thing: with this game, they didn't try. With the past like 4 or 5 games, they actually did try to change things up, and they did, and it paid off. Because
Yeah,
Awakening was amazing. Fates was
yeah.
really
Awakening
good.
comes down to who do you talk to. Because I have heard people call Awakening shit.
No, that's Fates. A lot of people say Fates is really bad. A lot of people do like Awakening.
True.
But yeah, Awakening was good. Fates was good. Echoes was really good. Three Houses was amazing. I really like Three Houses. But like for this game, they took way too many steps back and like 3 steps forward.
It's
And
funny because that's kind of like a trend that's going on right now with Nintendo. Is they're taking way too many steps back, but none in the right direction.
yeah, exactly.
Like, I think the only thing I can think of recently that has come out within this like last year or so that's actually been a good game that isn't Tears of the Kingdom, because that's cheating. It's just everyone is on the Breath of the Wild still.
Yeah.
And it's like I sit there and I'm like, what has Nintendo come out with in like the last year that was solely like them, that was actually really, really good? And it's like, yeah, they've been having a lot of goofs, whether it be small goofs or stuff with like Engage.
Yeah. And like they have brought out some like banger titles for the Switch in recent years. In like the past 6 years that the Switch has been out.
Yeah. Saying
Like
that, I'm just saying in the last like market year,
yeah,
like just this last year.
yeah.
And
Other than like Tears of the Kingdom, there and maybe Pikmin, we don't
we're
really
gonna have,
we don't
I was
really
gonna say,
100% know because that literally
yeah,
just came out.
yeah, we'll see how that goes with reviews, and then we'll see how the other games coming out this year do. But this year has been a very this last
Lackluster.
yeah. Engage, I know, only came out I think a year and a half ish ago. I know
January.
it's was it January? Okay. Yeah. So it's been out for at least a little while, but I also saw that it kind of flew under the radar of just most people tried it, kind of said their piece, and then moved on. And that's one thing
Yeah.
at least is nice about Fire Emblem is people will say their piece, be done, and then move on.
Yeah.
They don't sit there causing a huge stink about it or something. They're just like, hey, I played this. Here's what I thought. That's it.
Yeah, and usually they just end up going back to playing the previous games if they really want to, which is
What happened with fucking Three Houses? The people that enjoyed it were like, all right, I'm done. Back to Radiant Hero or
Radiant Dawn.
whatever. I'm tired, okay? It has been a long, long day. But yeah, Radiant Dawn, or they'll go play Awakening, or they'll play Fates. Like, they'll go play an older game, come back to Three Houses whenever they were like, oh yeah, I miss playing this.
Yeah.
Like, if you've played a lot of Fire Emblem games, you kind of go through a rotation on them.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
Because like I definitely like go back and play like Sacred Stones, Sword of Seals, and Blazing Blade a lot, or at least I did back in the day.
If I could, I'd be playing Fates, Awakening, Engage, probably some of the older ones on a rotation if I had the system and the games.
Yeah.
Obviously, emulation exists, but I try to emulate as little as possible if I can help it.
Yeah, I mean, like I've played Path of Radiance on Dolphin.
Right.
I still need to finish it. I'm like almost done with it.
Yeah.
And then I do have Radiant Dawn on physical actually.
Yeah, because that was on
the Wii.
Yeah.
I spent $100 on it.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to know how much Radiant Dawn costs, or how much Path of Radiance cost?
I'd be scared to think.
$300.
Yeah, that's a little much. I mean, I have a copy of Pokemon White that's in my 3DS right now for the cartridge, and that probably goes for about 100, 120 bucks.
Yeah. And
and that's kind of insane to think about.
Mm-hmm. I think I have a copy of like Phoenix Wright or something like that.
Fucking almost no one plays Phoenix Wright.
Eh.
You have your people that love the series, but it's like Phoenix Wright is a niche.
So is Fire Emblem.
This is true.
We just happen to fit into that niche.
Exactly. But it's like Monster Hunter. It's a very big niche. Guess what? I fit in that niche really fucking well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm part of a very big minority of people that enjoy Monster Hunter. That's slowly been growing because Capcom is feeding into the
craze.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, a little bit more onto why I'm not liking the game. So I was actually able to change the controls to.
I was gonna say, I think that they had a thing where you could change it.
Yeah, you are able to change it to a cursor that moves your character, but like it still feels weird to move the cursor.
And I think that also comes down to just it being weird because it's on the Switch or something. Like,
no, it's because there's like a weird bounce back to it.
Yeah,
it just feels,
I could see that.
It just feels awkward to move. In Three Houses, it was fine. Because it didn't really have that.
Yeah, it's weird. They have this weird trend where they'll get something right and then they'll fuck it up the very next game. And it's just like, sure, all right.
And then also the shop system is kind of messed up. Like
it's a little confusing.
Yeah, I'm my characters are at like level 7. I should be able to buy steel weapons, but I can't. I can only buy iron weapons. I'm just like, what the fuck? Let me buy my steel weapons so I can do more damage. And also, there's no weapon degradation, which, in retrospect, is fine. But it's like, What the hell? This was the thing
Yeah.
for decades. We've been using weapon degradation since 1986. Why are you just like now getting rid of it?
Yeah. It's weird. I didn't even notice, to be fair. Um, because most of the time the combat was difficult enough, because I usually have the difficulty a tad bit higher. Not to the point where it's like, if someone dies, I'm fucked, but enough to the point where it's like, okay, I gotta actually think about my moves.
Yeah, that's how I have it too.
Like, because here's the thing, I wouldn't say Engage is just a pushover. Some of the fights do borderline feel unfair.
Yeah, especially at the beginning.
Yeah. And not all of that comes down to the merchant. Some of it is they just give you some really weird shit to all of a sudden have to form to.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Fire Emblem has done that before, where they just go, "Oh yeah, here we're gonna blindside you with something you weren't expecting."
Yeah.
So that's nothing new to them to just be like, "Oh, you thought it was this fight? No, it's this fight."
But at least when they do that, the fight that actually happens ends up being not too bad.
Yeah.
In retrospect. But like it's just really annoying. And then also the perspective in the battles. So it's a top-down perspective which they used to do on the handheld systems and before and the games before Path of Radiance.
Yeah.
But it's a 3D game. So you're not looking at sprites or tilted models. You're looking at the tops of people's heads. Which is really difficult to see who the fuck you're choosing.
Yeah. I swear to God there was somewhere you could tweak with it, but...
No, there isn't. Yeah, you can like zoom in, but it's still awkward with the perspective. It just looks weird.
Yeah. Definitely.
And then there's a battle mechanic where if you're fighting if you're fighting with a disadvantage on the weapon triangle, your weapon you just drop your weapon.
I understand the point of it. It's because they do explain the disarm mechanic very well. They do at least explain it.
Yeah.
But at
like,
the same time, I've also found that it's a double-edged sword. Because sometimes it works perfectly how it's supposed to, and it's fine. There are other times where you use it perfectly, but then the AI is a little dumb about it. And that just comes down to Fire Emblem AI can be hilariously stupid. And then there's times it can be disgustingly smart, and it just destroys one of your units out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because and that's just been a thing throughout the series. That's nothing new. That is just something of all of a sudden you didn't count for X unit being able to move this far, and it just destroys you.
But at least sometimes when that happens, I'm able to counterattack if it doesn't Oko me. Now I can't counterattack.
Yeah. And I think that's just their way of like, oh, weapon durability isn't a thing, but you now have this new thing to worry about. Because if that was on top of weapon durability, it'd be a huger problem. Losing weapon durability, yeah. I understand the disarm mechanic. It doesn't make it perfect.
I hate the disarm mechanic. It's so annoying because it happens all the fucking time.
Yeah. To be fair, that would happen in actual combat, though. To be fair. Being disarmed happens.
I mean, like, sure, but if you're playing a skilled character against a not-so-skilled character, it shouldn't happen as often.
Yeah. I said it happens. I didn't say it happens often. So.
Yeah, it's just... I'm like really not liking the game. I'm still gonna play through it to like actually play through it because I really do want to like finish the game,
Right.
but I'm like super hesitant to actually play it because of how bad it is.
I will say I'm glad the engage system where you can have the previous fighters, you can do that with anyone. It's not locked to specific people. It is literally just, oh, you have this unit and they seem like they'd be really good with this hero from the past. Go for it.
Yeah, no. The second I get Ike, I'm getting rid of Marth.
I mean, let's be fair. I think they kind of point you in that direction anyway of not relying on Marth.
Well, no. The idea is that like you start up with Marth, and then you get it, and then you get like Crom or something like that,
Right.
and then and like Leaf or Micaiah and stuff like that.
The other heroes.
Yeah. Also, another thing about the voice acting, Laura Bailey doesn't voice Lucina.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. As
Matt Mercer still voices Crom.
Well, let's be fair. It is not hard to get Matt Mercer to voice act. That man is fucking available way too often.
I mean, like, sure, but like, they didn't. That was like one of that was like Laura Bailey, one of Laura Bailey's like biggest roles.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was like one of the roles that like sort of like got her into the mainstream audience.
Yeah, because and also like to be fair with Matt Mercer, he tends to take roles very quickly that isn't him being thrown as a cowboy because he's kind of clearly gotten tired of that.
He's
really, constantly being.
He's really only voiced one cowboy
in gaming. He does it more for. I know they've done it for a while. He's been doing it for a while in movies.
What other cowboy has he voiced? I don't know.
Off the top of my head, I can't tell you, but I know he's done other voices. Because he was known for a while of being the. Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to ask one of my friends. Because Matt Mercer was known as like the cheaper version of like this really good cowboy actor. And I don't remember his name off the top of my head. Because there's too many of them to fucking keep track of, and it's also voice actors that I don't give two shits. I'd have to look it up. Because I remember it being said, and it's just not something I've heard since I think Overwatch was being released for the first time, which is years ago. And you know, when I was actually excited, it was going to be a good game, not a shit game.
Yeah. I remember like yeah, he was McCringle. But like he was also very well known as Crom. When he voiced Crom in Fates, or not Fates, in Awakening.
I was gonna say Crom's in Fates? What the fuck? Since when?
I know, but like, but yes, so like he was famous for that role too, not just McCringle, but like
yeah. Or the thing is like some people don't realize he played Crom because you know he did a pretty good job.
Yeah. And
that's the point.
And now he's Ganondorf.
Yeah.
But like they brought him back to voice Crom. Why didn't they bring back Laura Bailey?
She could be busy with other stuff.
There hasn't. I don't know. I haven't seen any projects lately that she's been working on. She hasn't really said anything. I mean, like, yeah, there's probably like C&D's in process.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or
it's hard to keep. It's hard to keep track of an actor's life, especially because they're actors.
Or NDA, not C&D. NDA.
So she could be in the middle of working on a project, or they just didn't think to reach out to her because they found someone that they thought could do the voice for Lucina fine, and then found out, yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah, but
So
it just doesn't make any sense. They brought back all of the voice actors of that
it
voiced
also could be
characters.
Nintendo being Nintendo and making a really weird decision because they like to make really weird decisions that make no sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Like
they brought back Yuri Lowenthal to voice Marth. They brought back Ray Chase to voice Roy.
right.
They brought back Greg Chun to voice, I think, Hector or Ike. I'm forgetting who voices.
Yeah,
I'm
something
forgetting
like
who.
that.
Yeah, one of them. So like they did bring back like
Yeah,
the OG voice actors. But why didn't they bring back Laura Bailey? It just doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I am not the person to help figure that out because I don't fucking know shit when it comes to voice actors.
Yeah, I know that. It's like you and Johnny really like just don't know like actors that much.
To be fair, we also like we just enjoy the media. We kind of just enjoy it at its face value.
Yeah, yeah, you don't really look into the background stuff as much as like me and my friend Peter do.
Yeah,
Because like because he and I like actually look into
right.
a lot of the stuff yeah, in so I was actually really excited to see Barbie because of the cast,
Right.
and also because Barbie technically part of my childhood,
Yeah, true.
indirectly part of my childhood because my sister had a lot of Barbies.
Yeah.
So so like I was really excited to see Barbie and also Oppenheimer, also for the cast, mostly for the history, because I do have like a genuine interest in the Manhattan Project,
Right.
and physics in general, and history in general. So there's that, but also the cast,
Right.
because in Oppenheimer, you have Robert Downey Jr., you have
Right.
you have Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, uh, Josh Peck for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know on that one.
Yeah, I don't know why he's in the movie, but he's just in the movie.
Robert
Uh,
Downey Jr. makes sense because he needs to find something to do now that Iron Man is done.
yeah. Uh, Matt Damon's also in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, and then for Barbie, you have Margot Robbie. You have uh, 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 Ryan Gosling. You have Simu Liu, Shuti Gatwa, uh, Michael Sarah. Uh, so like I had a genuine interest in a lot of the cast
Right.
because like I've been fans of the cast for a long time.
Right. Yeah.
Especially Margot Robbie and Shuti Gatwa
Right.
because Margot Robbie plays Harley Quinn and I fucking love Harley Quinn.
I mean, most people like Harley Quinn.
Yeah, but like since like the since the Harley Quinn show and also
Oh, yeah.
multiverses, I've like fell in love with Harley Quinn.
Let's be fair. Especially after the Harley Quinn show that came out, everyone fucking started to like Harley Quinn a lot more.
Yeah, that's very true.
Even I like Harley Quinn,
Yeah,
and I'm not a huge like
Marvel or DC fan,
no.
or well, comic
Like,
book in general.
yeah, I did not grow up with comic books. I grew up with manga and anime, and the closest I got to Marvel and DC was the Teen Titans, which, to be fair, still really good,
Yeah,
but nothing compared to like all of the Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, Superman, the Flash, all that.
harkening back to that one time during breakfast, where you see my shirt and then our friend Anthony's shirt, and you're just like, hey, look at that, you're both from Marvel, and
Yeah.
both of us stare at each other and then look at you with like with
I
just
had it backwards.
disgust.
But it wasn't Marvel.
No, it's not that. It's not that you had it backwards that it was DC. It was that he was wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
Huh?
I was wearing a Flash shirt.
Yep.
He's from Marvel. I'm from DC.
Yeah. To be fair, it was also, I think, first thing in the morning, and I was not awake. Because I was not a morning person. I still am not a morning person.
You were awake enough to play Pokemon.
That is not a very high level of awake to play Pokemon. I could play Pokemon half awake. I could be dozing off on a nap and I could be playing Pokemon. Now, if I'm playing a Nuzlocke or like some like more difficult stuff, yeah, I'm gonna have to use a little more of my brain. But if it's just Pokemon, yeah, no, I'm just gonna kind of blindly play through it.
Granted, at the time we were just helping Elise play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once I came in, you had me the 3DS, and
yeah, I was just like, here you
go. Because you're just like, you said that I'm better at battling, which
at
is
the time, yeah,
which is not true whatsoever.
Not anymore, for sure.
No, even at the time, because
I think I just genuinely was mentally clocked out that day. I was just like, fuck this.
Probably, but
that,
like,
or I probably wasn't in a Pokemon mood, and I just wanted to play like Mario Kart or Smash.
No, you were legitimately having difficulty with like a certain battle, with a certain gym, and then you handed me
probably because Elise liked to build her teams in ways that didn't make sense in my head.
Because she didn't know what she was doing.
Fair.
Yeah, no, the reason why I say like I actually wasn't that good at battling back in the day is because I told a friend that story later that day at his house, and he's like, I have video proof that is very wrong.
Yeah.
Because he and I recorded a what's it called, a Gen 3 remake, or no, Gen 1 remake playthrough together for YouTube,
right?
And we were sort of like trying to like speedrun it, sort of, and I'm not as fast as he is.
Yeah.
So he's just like, yeah, I have video proof that is very wrong.
Yeah. It was. So I was watching this video the other day, just last night, and it was this person being like, "Oh, what should we expect from Nintendo here in the next couple of years, from like different franchises that we haven't heard from?" And they were talking about like Metroid and Kirby, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. And then they gloss over it for like 30 seconds, and I just started laughing because they even said Smash Bros. And I'm like, do they not know that Sakurai is full retired? Like, he's done.
No, Sakurai's not full retired. He is working on a new character.
He's done one Smash. He is done.
Yeah.
Like, he is done with Smash. It is over. There is no new Smash game, probably ever. Unless someone else picks up that mantle and wants to deal with the headache that is the licensing of that.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, like,
it's a legal miracle that we got Ultimate in the formula that we got it.
Yeah. I mean, like, they're probably. I mean, not Bandai Namco was working on the game for the past. Well, since Smash 4, basically. So it's, what is that, 7 years now?
Yeah, something like that. But they're like, we're gonna get a new Smash game because we're gonna get a new one with a new console, and I'm like, no. We are more likely to see a new Super Mario RPG game than we are a new Smash game.
Yeah. 9 years.
Still
past 9 years. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to remember when exactly Smash 4 came out.
Oh, yeah. You're good.
So speaking of Super Mario RPG, I'm still waiting for that to drop.
Yeah. This is
I
so
I
so
could
like
give a shit less about the other new releases, like Pikmin 4. Yeah, that'll be fun. Super Mario Wonder. Don't care for the Super Mario series. I haven't since Wii.
sort of same.
Um, I am interested in Super Mario RPG because it's going to be a more modern way to be able to play the game,
Yeah.
and hopefully it'll be a fun way to play the game. So just have to wait and see.
Yeah. I'm waiting for them to release a couple of more things for like NSO,
Okay.
because like now with like GBA and GBC, NSO, there's a lot of games they could release.
Oh yeah.
Like I mentioned this last time, but they released Fire Emblem 7
Yeah.
on the GBA NSO, and I do plan on playing it. I just wish that I could transfer my save file from my phone
Yeah.
to the game on the Switch, cause on my phone, on my boy, I'm at like chapter 19.
Ooh. Yikes.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
didn't.
lot.
Yeah, so I played that game a lot. I played a lot of Fire Emblem back in the day. So like like I actually checked the save file for 6 and 8 too, and for Fire Emblem 6, I'm on chapter 7, and then for Fire Emblem 8, I'm on chapter 11.
Okay. Not
Yeah.
as bad.
Yeah, so like once they do release them on NSO, I will be restarting those because I'm not as far.
And that's a reasonable chapter to have to catch back up to.
Yeah, but I'm already halfway through Fire Emblem 7. Or
At that point, it's like, do I really want to replay half of the game?
yeah, there's 32 chapters,
Yeah.
which means I'm technically more than halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah. Um.
And there probably
So,
is a way to like hack it, but I don't want to brick
Oh,
my
I'm sure.
Switch.
yeah, that's something I don't think people realize right now in the modding scene is it is not worth the risk of bricking your console right now to mod it.
Yeah, I already have a bricked Switch. I don't want to brick the one that works.
Like people have said, like if you have a Switch that you don't care about that you want to just have as like a fuck around thing, sure, go for it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, don't do it on your main Switch. It's too much of a risk.
Yeah. Probably once I find work and have stable money, I'll get an OLED.
Yeah.
But for right now, I have the regular fucking Switch.
Same.
Oh, actually, another thing I don't like about the N-Gage that actually relates to this.
Oh god.
For some fucking reason, the loading screen lags.
I want to say that surprises me, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
Because I think I've had it happen with Monster Hunter Rise. I've had it lag on the loading screen.
At least that makes sense because it's a resource intensive game.
Sure.
But not as resource intensive as Fire Emblem. Because in Three Houses, which is definitely a more resource intensive game than N-Gage,
Absolutely.
the loading screen didn't lag as much. It lagged a couple of times every now and then, but not as much as it did in N-Gage.
Right. Yeah.
And the thing is, there's more going on in the loading screen for for Three Houses than there is in N-Gage.
Yeah.
Because in Three Houses, you have the little Byleth sprite that you can move
Right. Yeah.
and and whatnot, and then there's also a loading bar, and then there's also like screen graphics that are on the screen for like for like the calendar and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
In
because they actually measure the days and everything.
Yeah, so it didn't lag that almost at all in Three
And see,
Houses.
that just comes with good optimization of your game.
Yeah, but for some reason in N-Gage, all you have is black screen. It says loading in the corner. There's no loading bar or like loading or like little circle thing for loading. But it's just black screen at the corner. It says loading, and then at the bottom it's just running 2D sprites, stationary
Yeah.
running 2D sprites. You can't even move them,
Yeah, I don't know.
and it lags. And it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I don't know.
It didn't make any sense, and even more so, it didn't make sense when you're at the hub of the game, when you're back at like the castle or whatever that you woke up from, and when you go upstairs and go into your room, you have to wait like 20 seconds for a loading screen. That lags.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah,
you're going into the next room. Why does it take so fucking long to load the next room? It should be a seamless transition, like it is in Three Houses at the monastery, with literally every fucking room other than the trading room.
Yeah, it just comes down to poor optimization of the game. Really, what it comes down to.
It's just it's so bad. It doesn't make any sense.
It's sad how you can tell what games Nintendo gave a fuck to have properly optimized and made well compared to others.
Yeah, because
like you can feel where they cherry picked the games they wanted to succeed.
Yeah,
like Three Houses, Breath of the Wild, all of their Mario games, like
Splatoon,
yeah,
Ultimate for the most part, except for it's online.
That's because it's peer-to-peer, and it should never have been. It should have been server, but you know,
yeah.
That's a problem with Nintendo in general. They just hate doing servers.
Yeah. Mario Kart 8 to a degree.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's just like they really should have worked harder. A little bit harder on this game.
They probably didn't have the budget to do so.
Probably. I don't know.
Because that was the problem that Scarlet and Violet had, is they were under such a hard time crunch from Nintendo and Game Freak, just like, you know, being absolute butts about it. So the game came out absolutely ass.
Yeah.
Compared to Legends Arceus, which, yeah, Legends Arceus isn't perfect, but God, is it better.
even BDSP, I think is what it's called.
That was a train wreck, but yeah.
Yeah. I have Shining Pearl, I think is what it's called, right?
Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
Yeah. Okay, it is BDSP. Okay. So yeah, I have Shining Pearl. I've played it like for 20 minutes, I want to say.
That sounds about right.
And then never touched it.
I played it for about 3 hours, dropped it, and have never gone back. And Gen 4 is my favorite gen, and I just couldn't get through it because it was just not great.
Yeah, I'm under like I'm in like sort of the minority where like I've never played Gen 4 or 5 for that matter.
You're better off with Gen 5 than Gen 4.
Yeah, I know that, but it's just me being the kind of person that I am. It's weird that I haven't played 4 or 5.
Well, and now it's either you emulate it or you pay like $150 for it on DS.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is that like emulation is sort of part of the reason why I haven't actually actively played it.
That's fair.
Because like when I'm emulating a game, it's kind of hard for me to sit there and like actually play the fucking game, especially if it's a DS game.
Yeah, because it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah. With Dolphin at least, I can use a GameCube
The
controller.
actual controller.
Yeah, which was a godsend for me when I played Path of Radiance, because I was able to use an actual fucking GameCube controller to play the game, which was fun. And then also like if I wanted to play and I actually do this for Tetris Deluxe, which is for the Wii. I play that on Dolphin, and I use my Wiimote.
Right, you play it with the controller it's meant to be played with.
Yeah. So like I have like some semblance of consistency with it, rather than with like the Desmume and whatnot, because like I can't. I'm not able to use a 3DS or DS for it.
Right. Yeah.
Because that doesn't work.
You'd probably be better off just like modding a DS. That way you can have those games downloaded as close to an emulator as possible.
Yeah, I do. I do need to mod this thing at some point.
Yep. God, you've had that for years.
I've had this I've had this thing for so long.
You've had that since we were in high school.
Yeah.
You got that thing when it released. That's how old that thing is.
No, I didn't get it when it released. I got it like
shortly after.
A year or two after it released.
Basically, it came out, you were like, I'm getting that, and then like a year later you had it.
Yeah.
Because you hated the fucking 3DS because of how small it was.
Yeah. It like
and then
I actually did initially buy an original like small 3DS.
Yeah.
And then one day one of our friends, Omar, he had a 2DS on him, so he can play Smash with random people, because he had two copies of the game and two 3DSs for some fucking reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rich Arabic parents. I don't know. So I'm just I'm just like playing with him, and I'm holding the 2DS. I'm just like, oh my god, this is so fucking comfortable. I'm going to Gotham right now and selling my 3DS.
Yeah.
So I sold my 3DS literally like 3 days after I bought it.
Got it 2DS, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, and yeah. So that I fucking love this thing. And yeah, the 2DS XL. Hello, Blake.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
But yeah, like I like the 2DS XL. It was really good. And like it's large enough to fit in my hands.
I don't know why they had to make a 2DS XL. There was really no point.
I mean, like there sort of was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Because like they needed to like have some kind of sequel to this.
Yeah, especially after it succeeded
substantially.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I was. So it's like I was glad that they finally released this. But like, I still prefer the older one.
Yeah.
It is nice that this thing has like a like much larger screen than the older one.
Yeah, it is very much nicer.
And like there are some like bells and whistles on this that are superior. Like the fact that the games and the SD card are over here and easily accessible.
Yeah,
Because
definitely gives it a huge bonus right there.
yeah, because that was actually a huge negative on the 3DS new 3DS XL.
Yeah, because you had to unscrew the backplate to get to the SD card.
Yeah, which was like what? Why?
Yeah, especially after the 3DS and the 2DS were pretty easily accessible.
Yeah, the stylus though was kind of small for some reason.
They were so inconsistent with stylus sizes.
Yeah, and also like the top screen on this thing, it's really bad.
Is it?
Not in terms of graphics quality, but build quality.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because like it bends a little bit, and then also because of this like edge right here, that's supposed to be like uh enough to like hold it away from like the buttons and the circle pad.
Yeah.
It still presses in because I'm not gonna turn it on and show you because it'll be a little bit hard to see on the camera.
Yeah.
But like right around here, there's a pressure mark. It's yeah. It's not as bad as when I originally bought the new 2DS XL when I sat down and it broke.
Oh my lord.
I don't know if you remember that. Like
I don't.
yeah, when I had originally bought one of these, and it was also another Pokeball edition. Uh,
Right.
literally like a week after I bought it. I had I was I was going into like the lunchroom in college, and like I had my 2DS XL in my pocket, in my back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot I put it there. I sat down.
Right. I think I remember you telling the story.
Yeah, I sat down in a hard plastic chair. I pull out my 3DS. I open it. I'm just like, fuck.
It was one of those moments of it happened and you were just like, it.
I was so defeated. And I'll put a picture of it in post.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was not good. Luckily, GameStop has a 30-day warranty policy.
Which is why you always get your warranties.
No, it's a free warranty.
Yeah, I know. But if a place offers a warranty and it's not like one of the free ones, definitely take it.
Yeah.
You never know what could happen.
But yeah, so like, luckily GameStop had a 30-day warranty. I didn't know this until my friend told me. Luckily, before the 30 days was up.
Yep. So you go into GameStop, tell them what happened, and then they fix it.
Also, luckily, I still had the receipt.
Yeah, that too.
Because I kept the box.
Yep. So many people make that mistake.
I actually still have the box for this. Because like yeah, this is the new one. It's somewhere. Is that it? No, it's not. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so like I was kind of lucky that like I kept all of the packaging and the receipt in a
Right.
place where like it was easily accessible too. So because like you never know.
Yeah, you absolutely never know.
Yeah, which is why uh if if you see like at the top of my shelf there's a fuck ton of boxes.
Yeah.
And then even right there there's a box. And then
Yep.
there's another box like right there. There's a bunch of boxes around here. So I keep a lot of boxes. This red
Yeah.
box specifically is actually for this.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So like I'm glad that like I kept all the packaging and everything pristine. So I was able to easily return it and get a completely
Exactly.
new one.
Yeah. Exactly.
And not only like a regular new 2DS XL like the black and blue one, like another Pokeball edition one.
Yeah, that's what is always nice, is when you can get the exact same one.
Yeah, because for some reason nobody else bought the fucking Pokeball edition.
Weird.
I know. I'm just like, why did nobody buy this? I've seen like 2 people in the past like 5 years that I've owned this.
Yeah. It's weird.
Like I've seen more people with the purple one.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's weird.
It didn't make any sense. Why the hell?
Not at all. Not at all. It doesn't make sense.
You want to know something even weirder about the 2DS XL?
What?
The base colors, so the white, the black, and the blue, or the white, the black, and the purple one. The colors of those, including the secondary colors with them, or like the accompanying colors, correspond with 3 of Chrom's skins in Ultimate.
That's funny.
I don't know why.
Maybe it was their way of hinting at Chrom and Ultimate.
I don't know why. It didn't make any sense. And the purple one came out after Ultimate came out.
Yeah.
so it's just like why did these three versions of the 2DS just weirdly enough coincide with Chrom's colors?
Maybe they just like those colors.
Maybe. But like there's an aqua there's a black aqua skin for Chrom, there's a white orange skin for Chrom, and then there's a purple silver skin, which is the color which is the skin that I use for Chrom. It's so weird.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
We talked a lot about Fire Emblem so far.
Yeah. Yeah, we have. And spent about an hour.
Yeah. Now on to FGC stuff. Rashid got released for Street Fighter 6.
Oh, is he fully out now?
Yeah. I haven't played him because I don't have money.
That's fair.
But I have seen gameplay. I have seen like a couple of combo trials from like Justin Wong and Max. And
right.
He looks like a lot of fun. He's sort of like a male Cammy, sort of.
Yeah, we were expecting him to be like male Cammy or better Lily.
Yeah.
Which it's looking like that's what he's going to be doing.
Yeah. I didn't realize that he was meant to be the protagonist of the previous game.
Yeah.
Because, like, I played through the story. I don't remember him being the main character. Like, I honestly thought that, like, Ryu was the main character again. Or
yeah.
like... Or like, it was gonna be, like, Karin. Or...
Yeah, like, yeah. I get you. And then, speaking of FGC with, the other big one that's coming out, Mortal Kombat 1,
Oh yeah, they released the characters, and
Not the full roster, but we got more characters confirmed.
we got a lot of characters confirmed.
Just gonna say this: Ermac looks like absolute garbage.
Ermac just looks like Ermac.
Yeah, but when you look at him compared to, and I'm not even gonna talk about Homelander or Omni-Man or fucking John Cena.
Peacemaker.
It's just John Cena. Let's be fair.
Well, yeah, but the character's called Peacemaker.
Takeda looks fucking dope.
Yeah, yo, I was so hyped when I saw Takeda.
That was the thing. Everyone's just like, fuck the rest of you. I want you. I want you, Takeda.
It's just like, yeah, cool, guest characters, but holy fuck, Takeda.
Well, we had a feeling it was like they can't keep ignoring him. Not when him and Jackie were supposed to, be married.
Yeah.
As confirmed by a fucking voice line by multiple characters when they talk to Jackie. One of those including the Joker.
Yeah.
Which was fucking weird and just kind of showed how psychotic Joker is, but we all knew that.
Yeah, because it's a Joker. But right now, it's kind of it doesn't really make too much sense because Jackie doesn't really exist.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, because Jax still has his arms.
Well, not only that, I believe they said Cassie is around. Or something.
How the fuck is Cassie around?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
The problem is we don't know what the fuck is going on in this timeline yet because we're being given very, very little information.
Yeah, Sonya hasn't met Johnny yet, to my knowledge.
As far as we're aware, yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, she is still with Jax fighting Kano.
Because here's the thing, we're going off of what we know from the original MK1 when this is a reboot of the timeline.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you're being a whiny little brat. So, because the other thing is something that has been pointed out too is the shit with Melina, where it's not she was created, she's infected.
Yeah, she's like cursed.
Like, because it's pretty well clear she is the queen of Outworld, of Edenia. She is the queen.
Yeah.
And Kitana is her bodyguard.
But also her sister?
Yeah. It's weird. But it's like, it brings an interesting twist to the story of what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Also, Tanya being part of the base roster is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And also, I think it was Lee May, I think it's her name?
Yeah, Lee May.
Because she hasn't been seen in a fucking minute.
Yeah, like she was in the PS2 games.
Yeah. And then we got Baraka, who Baraka looked fucking sick from the combos they were showing us.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching Max's video, and he was just like, Baraka just doesn't stop.
Yeah, I watched that video too.
And Baraka just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. I think the last game that Lee May was actually in was like, I want to say Deadly Alliance.
Either Deadly Alliance or like Armageddon or something.
Yeah, or Shaolin Monks.
Yeah.
Probably not Shaolin Monks because that was not even a fighting game.
Well, and something people pointed out is that there was gameplay from a story mission shown off at one of the conventions for MK1, and it showed off
Smoke and Rain.
Not Smoke and Rain. We saw they were actually in a trailer. But this was not in a trailer. This was something shown off in just the thing where if you were there, if you were lucky. But people recorded it because, people are people. They're going to record it.
Yeah.
They're going to get as much as they can. And it showed off, what's his name?
Centaur dude from Mortal Kombat 1 or 2.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name. He's from UMK3.
Yeah. Is it Mintaro?
I forget what his name is.
Anyway, yeah, he was shown off in a cutscene in MK1. But the thing that they showed was he was with another character, and I don't remember who it was for the life of me. I know it was someone else that was like super big to know.
She just screamed right into the microphone.
Oh yeah, I don't worry, I know.
But it showed him going to them going to the fight and him backing off as if he's one of the what the fuck are they called in MK1? The assists, basically. So a lot of people are thinking we're gonna have him as an assist.
Yeah.
Which everyone's like, that would be dope. Because we
Yeah.
know we got Goro. Or at
Yeah.
least a Shokan. Whether it be
Yeah.
Goro or
Shira.
Shiva.
Yeah. So we'll have to see what goes on there. And a lot of people pointed out during Tanya's combats, when they were showing off her combos, we didn't see any assists, unlike every single other person they showed.
Yeah.
Because Li Mei had Katana, or no, Liu Kang had Liu Kang. Baraka had, I think it was just Kano.
Yeah.
Something. But Tanya had no one. There was no assist. It was just her.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are starting to wonder, because they were just looking at the cutscene and seeing who was in the background to see if they could figure out who it was, and a lot of people are speculating maybe it's Chameleon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that'd be cool, but they have two versions of Chameleon to pick from. Is the problem, because there's always been two Chameleons.
Yeah.
One's a male and one's a female.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see what they go off with that.
Yeah.
I'm also curious how this is gonna play out with Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Smoke, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because something I didn't realize, Scorpion is Kuai Liang.
Yeah.
That's something I only found out recently when actually looking at the website was, oh, Scorpion is Kuai Liang. He's not Hanzo. And a lot of people were pointing out Hanzo Asashi is more than likely Smoke.
Yeah. Yeah. Hanzo Asashi Smoke.
So
it's going to make it even more interesting because are we going to see Kuai Liang and Bihan fight instead of Bihan and Hanzo from what we saw in MK9? Or whatever that... I think when Hanzo killed Bihan, I think that was in 9? Or no?
Yeah, it was in 9. And then...
Yeah.
Or maybe 8?
Something. Either way, it was still pretty fairly recent in terms of like the game numbers.
Yeah, because what? Because like Noob Saibot is Bihan.
Yeah,
in 11.
we know that.
Yeah. And Noob Saibot is a joke of the devs' last names, but backwards.
Yeah. John Tobias and Ed Boon.
Yeah. It was a funny thing that they did. I think it was for
For 9.
Kombat. Yeah, well, he was in one of the early games, remember?
Because they put Noob Saibot in
2.
Yeah, it was in 2. Either 2 or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Because they had so many characters in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Because
you had
there was all the Cyber Lin Kuei, not including Cyber Sub-Zero because he was added in 9.
Yeah, they had Frost for some reason.
Yeah, there was Frost, there was Rain, there was Ermac, there was Reptile, there was Noob Saibot. Like, you had so many fucking characters.
Yeah.
And then it got put to shame by, I want to say it was Armageddon or Deception or something, where it was just fucking, if they existed, they're a character.
I think it was 9.
No, it was definitely not 9, because remember, it was the one game you could play as Onaga and all of the boss characters.
Oh, right, and Meat.
Yeah.
And Striker.
Yeah. Also, and the vampire chick, whose name I cannot remember off the top of my head, but who has been leaked as one of the characters on the roster.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if she's on the roster, I'm maining her. I don't give a fuck. She's my main. Because I haven't gotten to play her since she was in the game when Naga was the big boss.
Mm.
And I think that was Shaolin Monks. Yeah, I think it was Shaolin Monks.
It was either Shaolin Monks or Deadly Alliance. It might have been Deadly Alliance.
It might have been Deadly Alliance. Either way,
I
Onaga was
have
really...
the games. I should check.
It's like I can literally just go, yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, like I have I think Armageddon like up there on the Nintendo shelf because I have it for some reason for the fucking Wii.
Yeah. So, but yeah, MK1 is becoming very interesting very quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm genuinely, I like this is the direction they're going with the Mortal Kombat series because it allows them to restart the series in a way that makes sense.
Yeah.
Literally going off of what happens in MK11 of Liu Kang beats Kronika, takes the hourglass, and resets time.
Yeah, I remember when I was talking. I think I was talking about this with you also on the podcast.
You might have been. Yeah.
Yeah. When like Mortal Kombat 1 was like leaked, and it was gonna be like, and they were saying like, oh, they're like going back, like back in time and like rebooting the series or something like that.
Well, and to be fair, it was heavily suggested by the end credits of 11 that we were going in this direction. Yeah, because there's literally a cutscene of Liu Kang going to Kung Lao, or it was Raiden, one of the two.
Yeah, I remember like when all that was happening, I was telling you and also David this like I wonder whose canon they're actually gonna go for.
Yeah, that'll be the fun part.
Because
granted, it's gonna be Liu Kang. Let's be fair.
Yeah, obviously it's we know it's Liu Kang now, but at the time we didn't know. So I'm just like like it's definitely not gonna be Jax's canon, because that's a little bit too divisive.
Yeah, and they're not gonna go with one of the ego like maniac villains
slash characters, aka Johnny Cage.
Yeah. Yeah. They were gonna go with something that made sense to be done in a way that isn't just gonna be like, okay, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it did make a lot more sense to go with Liu Kang's canon, obviously, because that was like just the more sensible ending.
It lines up with what happens in 11.
Yeah.
In the canonical story.
Yeah, because like that was like the route that you were supposed to go.
Did everyone do that? No.
Yeah, obviously not, because like you gotta play all the characters' storylines to get.
You gotta do their tower.
Yeah.
So, I am curious who's gonna be the big super boss of 1, because there's always a super boss of who's the final boss of the game.
I mean like so, they already showed Shinnok, I think is his name.
Yeah. Well, we know there's gonna be Shang Tsung, which
Shang Tsung. That's his name,
yeah.
not Shinnok. Yeah, Shang Tsung.
Yeah, he's gonna be part of the beta. People are gonna get early access to him as the DLC.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably gonna be Shang Tsung. As he tends to be a villain, so makes sense.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Does it feel like we're like 2-3 months away from the game being dropped?
We're like what was this, July? So like 2-3 months.
We're end of July, almost into August.
Yeah, so it's like a month and a half.
Yeah, we're winding up on it quick.
Which is kind of crazy to think about, considering the fact that we got our first trailer for this game last month.
Yep. Just before Street Fighter 6 dropped.
Yeah.
Like, and then after we get MK1,
then all the hype on Tekken 8 is gonna start skyrocketing because then we're coming up on that.
Yeah. They actually revealed the new character for Tekken 8. They revealed Lars,
Okay.
who's like the bastard son sort of thing. He's sort of like the Jon Snow of the Mishima family.
Okay.
But he was still like sort of a main character
Right.
in Tekken 6.
Right.
So much so that he's actually on the special edition like Hori arcade sticks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me show you actually. like you have like the whole Mishima family, and then in the foreground is Lars.
Yeah.
Just the 360 version is white.
So one black, one white.
Yeah, and also the PS3 version. So they're both wireless actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. The PS3 version, it comes with a dongle.
Weird.
Yeah, because they didn't want to make it Bluetooth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That makes
they wanted to keep the internals relatively the same. So they didn't want to put like a Bluetooth module in the PS3 stick. Even though the PS3 the DualShock 3s they were Bluetooth.
Right.
And it would have been cheaper to just it would have been super fucking cheap to just put a Bluetooth module in there.
Yeah. They went with the lazy option, and in what made it funny is it made them have to do more work.
Not really. They just you just like change a little bit of code, and in order to connect it to a wireless dongle, it's just as easy. But for the 360 version, it didn't come with a dongle. It was just regular. It was just regular 2.4 gigahertz wireless, like the 360 controllers were. Which makes it super annoying trying to connect it to my computer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I have to use I have to use this fucking thing. The fucking the Xbox wireless receiver.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
This doesn't work properly with Windows 10.
Of course it doesn't.
Yeah. It fucking like it sends my computer to shit whenever I plug this in.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So like I have to use like where the fuck did it go? So I have to use like another adapter plugged into this and then plug it into my computer in order to actually connect the 360 version.
Jesus Christ. That is so just why.
Yeah. But the good thing is that I have the official Microsoft one, like the official Microsoft wireless adapter, because I also have a like a cheap Chinese one, the third party one.
Oh yeah.
It fucking sucks.
Oh, I bet. Absolutely, I bet.
Like I bought that because I really needed it in order to actually like connect the stick.
Yeah.
And to my wireless 360 controller.
Right.
In order to actually like connect it to my computer. And it just didn't work properly.
Yeah,
I had to like jump through so many fucking hoops, download so much weird software.
God. Yeah.
Download so many like weird ass drivers and whatnot in order to actually get it to function. Not work, function.
And I'm over here on Windows 11. I can just fucking switch my PS5 controller to pairing mode, turn on the Bluetooth on my laptop, and then boom.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could easily do that. Like, I do have a bunch of, like, Xbox Series X controllers that I could easily do that with.
But it's nicer to play with Xbox 360 controllers.
Yeah, I like using the 360 controller because it's comfortable.
Yep.
So, since then, I have bought 2 wireless or wired 360 controllers.
Right.
So it's a little bit easier. But the thing is, I have to use the a different another adapter to connect it to my computer because the drivers that I installed in order to get the wireless adapter working, it kind of fucked with the wired controllers.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, every time I try to play a game, it does register. Like, it does register as a controller, and it does allow me to play with the controller. But, like, if I press start, it closes the game.
That's so what?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't fucking know. If I press like I think like one of the stick buttons, it opens up a fucking keyboard.
Okay, sure.
I don't know. So it just like doesn't work properly. So like this stick right here is a 360 stick.
Okay.
So I still have to, and it's wired. So I have to use the fucking adapter for this and the wired 360 controllers that I have.
Oh Jesus.
It's a weird ass dilemma.
You have to go through so much shit just for a fucking 360 controller.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense because of the fact that like wired 360 controllers are supposed to work natively properly on Windows 7, even specifically on Windows 10. But because of the drivers that I downloaded in order to actually get the wireless adapters to work, I fucked everything up.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yep.
Oh shit.
And the most fucked up part about this is I don't have to do it.
True.
Like I legitimately don't have to because of the sheer amount of controllers that I have that work natively already.
Yeah. Literally, you did this because you wanted to.
Yeah. so it made no sense for me to do that because again, I have controllers that work perfectly well.
Mm-hmm.
Just natively.
Like so many. So it's just like literally it was something you brought upon yourself.
Yeah. So much so I have 2 of them sitting on my desk.
Yeah.
Because I also have this 8-bit controller.
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't have to do any of this, but I did. I just made so much work for myself for no fucking reason.
That sounds about normal for us, though.
It sounds about, yeah, that's just normal for me.
Making more work for yourself than you need to.
Yeah, just because I want to.
And also because it keeps you busy.
Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah. So, completely random side tangent. Have you tried the New God in Smite?
I haven't played Smite in like months.
So, okay, yeah, they released a new character. His name is Charon.
Oh shit! They released the fucking
tall
guy.
He's out. Yeah, he's out. Charon, the
gondolier.
The fucking ferryman of the underworld from Greek mythology. He's in the game. He's a guardian.
Ferryman sounds weird.
Yeah.
Because I don't initially think ferry as in the boat. When I think ferry, I think ferry as in the fucking Sprite.
Yeah, the little Tinkerbell little shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Um.
So
FELLY.
like when you first said ferryman, I'm just like, the fuck?
Yeah, you had to stop yourself and be like, hold up, what?
Yeah,
No,
which is why I said gondolier.
Yeah. So yeah, the gondolier. And what's funny is he's on his boat 24/7.
Well,
He
yeah.
never walks. So he's constantly rowing around on his boat. His abilities are really interesting to the point where they actually had to change Soul Eater because he broke it. And he was just restoring so much health on his
Ooh,
abilities.
that's
So you had the problem that they tried fixing when they've changed lifesteal of unkillable gods, and he
Like-
was unkillable.
yeah. They had to fix it because of Thanatos and Fenrir.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then they release
Thanatos
a new
was the-
god that fucking
it
breaks it again.
Granted, that was unintentional and it wasn't supposed to break, so
Yeah.
they just had to fix it.
But gamers are gamers, and they're gonna exploit bullshit.
Yeah. Well, it's already been fixed, so they can't
Okay.
exploit it anymore.
Yeah.
It was fixed within 3 days.
Damn.
That was the fastest they've done a hot fix.
They're just like, oh shit, we need to balance.
Yeah. So obviously have no idea actually how good he is, like in terms of like what counters him and what he counters, because he's still kind of new.
Mm.
And I'm sure if I did some research, I'm guaranteed there's probably a list now, because people have done extensive like what he's good against, what he's bad against. But I just don't care. I will play the worst characters into the worst comps. Because I play for fun. I play for chaos.
Yeah, I mean, like I myself play like 3 characters, so
Yeah, you play Ares, Bacchus, and Carnunos.
I don't even play Carnunos anymore.
Yeah.
I play.
And they're releasing. And it's funny. You stopped playing Carnunos, and then they and then they started making more Carnunos skins.
Yeah, like right as I stopped playing Carnunos, like when I was playing Carnunos, they barely had any skins for the character, and then when I stopped playing Carnunos, they released all these fucking skins.
Yeah, there's like 4 new ones.
Yeah,
In the span of like 3 months.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the fuck?
They're like, no, we want your money. Come back.
Yeah, I don't even play Carnunos anymore. I play I play Kumba now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play main 4 Guardians. Ares, Bacchus, Kumba, and fuck, what's his face? Ganesh.
Yeah. So, literally just a annoying motherfucker that doesn't die.
Yeah.
So,
Also just massive CC with Kumba.
Kumba, Bacchus, Ganesh, like they all have CC in their kits, and it's all annoying.
Yeah, Kumba, like all of his moves have CC.
All of them, except his ult.
No, his ult also.
Or no, his passive. Sorry, his passive. Because it's the fucking he can live through death, but fucking people know how to counter that shit so hard, so he never gets it off.
Yeah, they just wail on me while I go to sleep.
Yeah, Kumba's like, oh, I just want to take a nap. No, die.
There have been a couple of times where like I die because I just go in Leroy Jenkinsing my way through the game, but then my team is like right behind me, and I don't notice this. So like I go in, get 1v5, and then my team just comes in with the rest of their CC while because like I CC'd everybody and got them to like a little bit lower health, and then my team was just like, okay, now we can fuck everything up for them.
And now we do the cleanup.
Yeah. So I just sit there sleeping and then get back up, and I don't die.
I've seen some really crazy Pumbas will fucking dive a tower even if it'll kill them to kill someone because they're like, the tower can't kill me before I wake up.
I've done that.
Yeah, it's so dumb that you can dive a tower, die,
and just sit there and take a nap, and the tower can't hit you fast enough.
Mm-hmm. It's
so
so
dumb.
fun. It's so much fun.
Oh, it looks like we're coming up on the 2-hour mark.
140.
Yeah, which is usually around the time we start figuring out like last minute discussion.
Yeah.
Um,
So you know how like I've been putting like mods into Melee a lot.
Yeah.
So I've only been able to just mod the skins for the characters.
Right. Yeah, I think I remember you bringing that up last time.
Yeah. I finally figured out how to change the character select portraits.
Okay.
Which was what I was doing literally all of last night. I went to sleep at 8 a.m.
I haven't gone to bed since 10 p.m. yesterday. I woke up 10 p.m. yesterday and I have not gone to bed. I was planning to go to bed earlier today, but then you texted me and I'm like, fuck, I gotta stay up. I gotta get this recorded because shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll go to bed later. This gotta get done because I can't keep pushing this off. I gotta get it done.
Yeah.
But
luckily for me, I only slept like 5 hours.
you have the weirdest fucking sleep schedule.
I know. It's because I have like severe sleep apnea.
Well, it also doesn't help you don't have a job right now.
That's also true, but even when I did work, I had a fucked up sleep schedule.
That is very true.
Where I was sleeping at 3 in the morning, waking up at 4, and then driving for 5 hours.
Yeah. But yeah, with your Melee mods.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I finally figured out how to change character select portraits, and it. But what sucks is that like, not all of the skins that I have models or PNGs for the character select portraits.
Oh no.
Yeah. And also like because of the fact that like I forgot like what skin was on what color, I had to make a whole fucking spreadsheet.
Yeah.
of the characters.
It's fun. I definitely don't envy it.
Yeah, so I made so I had to make a spreadsheet for the characters, like what skin is on what character for what color.
Yeah.
In order to actually change the character select portraits, and then I had to go through all of my files for the mods for the mod software in order to actually like figure out what skins even have character select portraits.
Yeah, you have to go through. You'd be like, all right, what skin goes what? Okay, now what of those ones actually have portraits?
Yeah. So and what sucks is that like a lot of the cooler skins don't have character select portraits.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah. Specifically the skins that I have for Captain Falcon.
Okay.
Because so not a lot of the characters that I have in the game have a custom skin for every skin.
Right.
Captain Falcon is one of those one of the outliers that has a skin for every skin.
Well, it's also Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Let's be fair.
So like for the base skin, so he has 6 skins, I think, or 5 skins, whatever. So
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So for his neutral skin, I have like a drip Goku mod.
Of course.
I really like the drip skins. It's really funny.
It is hilarious. It's really dumb and it's really funny.
Yeah. So actually, I have a couple of characters that have the drip skin. So I have one for Fox. I have one for Falco. I have one for Roy for some reason. I have one for Luigi, and then I have one for Falcon. But it's not Falcon. It's Goku.
Yeah.
So I have a drip Goku skin.
Okay.
For his neutral. That for some reason doesn't have a character select portrait.
Okay.
which I was able
Granted,
to.
you could easily get something for it.
I was actually able to find one, but the dimensions were wrong.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Luckily, I was able to go into Photoshop and fix the dimensions, but it still wouldn't register.
Christ.
I don't know why. It didn't make any sense. And then the other skins is so the white skin, the blue, the other blue skin, the black skin, the red skin, and the green skin.
Yeah.
They all have Power Ranger skins for them.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, specifically Mighty Morphin. So I have both Tommy, Billy, Jason,
You
and
have
Zach.
it all,
Yeah,
basically.
they don't have character select portraits.
Oh, that's annoying.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, why is there no character select portraits for the fucking Power Ranger characters? There might be for on like another website. I need to look this up, but there's no character select portrait for those for the Power Rangers.
Right. Yeah, that's weird.
But then somehow, I have this like Greg Heffley skin, you know, from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, for Game & Watch. That has a character select portrait.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Fucking A.
Yeah. And then another weird one that doesn't have a character select portrait for some fucking reason is this Black Yoshi mod.
Okay.
So it's a skin that's meant to go over yellow Yoshi.
Okay.
So you because of the fact that it's a complete palette swap, it should have it should come with a character select portrait, but it fucking doesn't.
Jesus Christ.
It
At that point, you just go into Photoshop, take the yellow Yoshi, paint it black.
Yeah. I mean, like I could do that, but like that's just
because that's what it is you're just taking a Yoshi and giving it the black color that I think it also has in Ultimate. I think it has a coloration that's close to that.
No, they removed Black Yoshi in Ultimate.
Oh yeah, it was in Brawl and 4 though, wasn't it?
Yeah, because that was the skin that I used.
And then they removed it because
the fucking tennis ball skin, the bullshit tennis ball skin.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that skin so much.
The wool Yoshi.
Yeah. Crafted.
Yarn Yoshi.
Crafted.
Yeah, whatever. It's still the dumb Yoshi.
Such a bullshit game for and a bullshit skin for an actually cool character.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking annoying. But
it seems like an actual headache.
Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't have a character select portrait in order to palette swap it. It's just like what the fuck? It's a fucking palette swap. It shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The good thing is that like that I finally figured out how to do it, so I can just look on. I can just scour the internet to look for them.
And, yeah.
But here's one of the fucked up things. So there's another mod for Melee called Akinia, which adds a couple of new characters. Which it adds Wolf, it adds Sonic, it adds Charizard and Diddy Kong for some fucking reason. And it also adds like this volleyball and basketball thing into Melee.
Okay.
Yeah. In that version, in that mod, there's extra skins.
Okay.
So like each character has some extra skins. And the thing is, there's character select portraits for it. One of the extra skins they have for Yoshi is Black Yoshi.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so obviously that has a character select portrait. So I'm just like, where the fuck did they get this character select portrait
Right? Oh my god, that's
for
great.
Black Yoshi? And the thing is, there's not just one Black Yoshi mod on the website where I'm actually getting the skins. There's 3. Neither of them have character select portraits.
Jesus Christ, that's just fucking funny at that point. I'm glad I didn't get involved in modding yet.
I'm like, it's fun modding the game.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's just something to do.
Yeah. Well, it's like, if I was gonna mod a Smash game, it's probably gonna be an older one until Smash Ultimate's old enough that, you know, I can't get my system bricked.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, people are literally making YouTube videos of modded Smash Ultimate and are fine, so.
Johnny has a modded Switch for, and he modded Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Because I think he also did it for Smash 4.
Yeah, I did. I also did it for Smash 4.
To be fair, there was also some really hysterical mods you could get for Smash 4.
Like Kermit Ryu.
Oh, I was talking about the stuff that messes with the actual game.
Oh yeah, like the fucking Chaos mod.
Chaos, Turbo, Trash.
Oh my god, Trash 4 was so much fun.
I was so mad I never got to play Trash 4.
Those one time when I had the guys over, you were gone at this point, I think.
Yeah.
And we were playing Chaos, and Shane found out that, oh, Wario's just kind of weirdly broken. I'm going to use this character the entire time now. So he was just constantly doing Wario bullshit. And I'm just like, you know what, Shane, 1v1 me. If 3 stock, you play Wario, I'll play my Ganon. He's like, okay, fine, you're not gonna win. JV4.
Ganon's so fucking stupid in that mod. Ganon's so fucking stupid.
Because his side B, the flame choke, bursts the character.
Yeah.
It's an insta-kill.
Yeah. It's literally fucking, oh, you want to do random bullshit? Die.
Literally, he was just like flying around the fucking screen with Wario, and I just waited till he got back to the ground when he ran out of jumps, and then flame choked him and killed him. It took me 3 minutes to not even. It took me like a minute and a half to beat him.
And that's when you're just like, sit the fuck down.
I think that's actually literally what I said.
Oh, sit the fuck down?
Yeah.
See, that's how you know fucking I've been friends with you long enough. I can accidentally guess what you said. And it'd probably be right.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I wish I could have played some of the Smash mods more.
There was this one other instance where in Chaos where Johnny like he would just go to the top of the screen with Yoshi and just spam eggs and would never come down. Because the eggs would explode.
Oh my god.
So he's just like constantly throwing eggs up in the air, not coming down, because Yoshi has this float mechanic.
Yeah.
So I decided to play Olimar.
Oh no.
And so he does this thing. He comes back down, actually hits me a bit. I get him down to last stock, and then he just camps up there in the blast zone, spamming eggs. And I'm thinking, fuck, what do I how do I counteract this? was like, oh right. Olimar can also fly. Because he has a wing Pikmin.
Fucking get up there on his level and be like, "Fuck you."
So I just upbeat zoomed all the way up there, right into the blast zone, and then just hit him with an up air.
Yeah.
And I killed him.
That's one of those moments where it's just like, you know what? You tried your best, but you didn't succeed.
It's like, I'm not gonna let you fucking do your bullshit. Like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Ooh, fuck.
Yeah, I was like weirdly good at the weirdly good and bad at the game at the same time.
Yeah, fucking. I think watching amiibos play with those mods would be hilarious because they wouldn't know what to do.
We did do that.
That had to be the most chaotic thing to watch.
Oh yeah.
Because the AI has to learn how to use the mod, and then it starts doing bullshit.
The Lucina knew what she was doing. Weirdly enough.
I don't know if that's a scary thought or not.
Oh, it's a scary thought. Because remember how Michael was like one of the best of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, my Lucina JV4'd him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And if the Lucino amiibo is just like, wait a minute,
I'm broken. It's just like, uh-oh.
And if you recall, it wasn't even me that trained her.
No.
It was you.
It was me.
because she was originally my amiibo.
Yeah. So I had not only did I have your training, but I also had like all the bullshit stats. I had all the bullshit stat boosts on her. So that that amalgamation of just fuckery.
And then you throw it in Chaos mod, and it's just like,
yeah, this is gonna cause some issues.
So
it was funny.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Now I can't really use her in her full capacity.
Yeah, because Ultimate.
Yeah, because when you transfer your amiibos from 4 to Ultimate, they don't stay their level.
No.
They drop down to level 12.
Yep. And it's just like, if you try to bring her back up to 50, she's not going to be the same full power as she was in 4.
No, obviously not.
Because she's going to learn new habits and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, well, we'll keep you here as is, so you can stay the
former glory you had.
Mm-hmm.
So, because that's like, I had to end up retraining my Ganon and Dark Pit I have, because those are the two that I had from New York still.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I've been running them through every now and then. I'll have them all fight each other. And I found it's pretty consistent who keeps winning, and it's not who I keep thinking it is. Because I thought it was going to be Hero, because Hero's broken and stupid bullshit. But no, it's been pretty consistently either the Byleth, which makes sense, or it's been the Ganondorf.
That's because Ganondorf, for some reason, was an S tier amiibo.
Yeah, it's so weird. He's a bottom tier character when players play him, but he's an S tier amiibo.
He's literally the second worst character in both games.
Yeah, but then when you have him as an amiibo, it's just like all of a sudden he's like the GOAT.
Yeah.
And it's because amiibos aren't smart enough to know that they can easily destroy Ganondorf if they play his weaknesses.
Because amiibos don't know how to edgeguard.
They'll try,
and you can try and drill it into them, but they're not going to get it.
Yeah.
You'll only ever be able to teach them like some stuff here and there, like maybe spiking and whatnot, but not enough to where they could be an edge guarding pro.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you at least could like easily train your amiibos because you don't have that many. You only have like 5.
At the time, yeah.
No, right now you only have 5. So it was
No,
so it's a
I
little.
have more than. I have Hero, Byleth, Fox, Corrin, King Dedede, Meta Knight, uh, Min Min, Sephiroth, Ryu. No, I sold a few of my amiibos, so I don't have all of them.
When the fuck
Ganondorf,
did
Dark Pit.
when the fuck did you get Fox?
I have him.
When I had no idea you had Fox. What the fuck did you get Fox?
A while ago.
Eh.
I got him at my local game store. Like, here's my Sephiroth,
Okay. Yeah,
the one winged angel.
my Sephiroth's in a box.
I use my Sephiroth, so he is not in a box.
I mean, like, I don't use any of my amiibos, so a majority of them are in a box.
That's fair.
A couple of them are. There's 4 on this shelf right here.
Okay.
Yeah, there's there's Daisy, there's Luigi, there's Game and Watch, and then in the like far corner, there's a boxed, Awakening Crom.
Yeah.
And then on the top,
my poor Ridley. My poor Ridley.
Damn. Yeah.
And it wasn't even my fault. It was my dog's fault. She got a hold of him.
Yeah. And then at the top, you can see I have my Zelda amiibos, my Fire Emblem.
I can see them.
Yeah, I have the FGCs, and then the Yarn Yoshis, and then the Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
Which for some reason doesn't work as a Pikachu amiibo.
See, the nice thing is though, is I got the amiibo I always wanted, which was female Corrin.
Yeah.
I had to wait for so many years for her to come back in stock, but once she did, I fucking bought that shit.
You're fucking welcome.
Yeah. Because I fucking actually, and it was all thanks to Engage. That's one thing I will say with Engage. They forced them to restock all the Fire Emblem amiibos.
Yeah.
Which means the Corrins and the Robins that everyone had been scalping fucking dropped in price down to like $20.
Yeah.
Back to their normal price. And I was like, fucking give me my Robin, give me my Corrin, now.
Yeah.
So now I have both of them.
Yeah, female Corrin was literally the last Fire Emblem amiibo that I was missing. For the entire.
Not ever dropped, but she was the last one for Fire Emblem from 4 Ultimate. Or 4.
Yeah,
because she was part of the final DLC. Because it was Cloud, Corrin, Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, she was the only one that I was missing from my Smash Fire Emblem roster.
Yeah.
Because I literally had all of the other ones, including Crom and Byleth.
Yeah. Which I'm surprised they haven't done a Byleth player too.
Yeah. The only player 2 amiibo for Ultimate that they have, and I actually mentioned this in the last recording, and I know this because I was watching the last recording yesterday. Is Steve.
Yep. Because they didn't do one for Sephiroth, they didn't do one for Byleth, they didn't do one
Sephiroth wouldn't have one.
No, other than if you really wanted to count his fucking shirtless.
If it doesn't count for Shulk, it doesn't count for...
Exactly.
Yeah.
They could have done one for Hero, because of all the different fucking heroes.
Sort of. Maybe. I don't know.
But that's a huge niche of, like, they could, but they're not going to.
Yeah. They technically have it for the Splatoon amiibos.
Exactly.
But those are
that was the funny thing people pointed out is that was the funny thing people pointed out with Splatoon was they're like, if you guys have Inkling amiibos for Splatoon, they work with Smash.
Yeah, I have two Splatoon amiibos from Splatoon that my brother bought because he liked Splatoon because he liked shooters.
Right. And they work with Smash because
they work. Yeah. So I don't have an Inkling girl. I used to, but I don't
I
have
don't
I
either.
don't have the Inkling Girl Smash amiibo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have the blue Inkling Boy and then one of the and then the green squid.
Because it was funny. It was like, oh, we don't have to wait for them to release the Inkling Girl amiibo. We could just use our amiibos.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah,
loopholes.
which is a really cool thing that they do that like a lot of the other the other versions of the characters work as that character
Exactly.
amiibo. Like I have the Awakening Crom and the Smash Crom.
Yep.
All of my Zelda amiibos except for Ganon and Sheik are like alternate versions of the
Yeah.
character amiibos. So I have like the Wind Waker, Zelda and Link. I have the Majora's Mask Young Link. I have 8-bit Link.
Yep.
And then also like I have all the Yarn Yoshis for Yoshi. The one thing that sucks is that again, my Detective Pikachu amiibo doesn't register as Pikachu.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It would be so nice to roll up on a Smash amiibo tournament and be like, "Go Pikachu," and have it be the Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, and then slam down my giant fucking Detective Pikachu amiibo.
That'd be so fucking funny.
Yeah. But, like, I bought it because of the fact that it was fucking gigantic. And that I assumed it was gonna work in Ultimate. Or in Smash 4. Because that was the game at the time. Even though I already had a Pikachu amiibo.
Right.
But it didn't for some fucking reason. It didn't register. And then when Ultimate came out, I was like, finally, I can use my Detective Pikachu amiibo as Pikachu.
Nope.
And then when I scanned it into Ultimate, it only scanned as the fucking spirit for Detective Pikachu. Yep. And not actual Pikachu. I was like, what the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. And it's not for the reason that it's a giant amiibo. Because if that was the case, the giant Yarn Yoshi amiibo wouldn't work. But it does.
It's so funny. So dumb, but it's so funny.
Well, for you, it's funny. For me, it's a dilemma.
Yeah. I mean, you could always buy the fucking NFC chips and just put one on the bottom and have it registered as Pikachu.
Why would I do that when I have an actual Pikachu amiibo already?
True.
So yeah,
I'm just saying.
So it already doesn't matter because I have like an actual Pikachu amiibo. But at the same time, just like what the fuck?
It's just the being able to say it's hilariously impractical that you can do that.
Yeah, literally all of my other alternative amiibos work in Ultimate as the characters.
Yep. It's so weird that they made the difference for Detective Pikachu. It's like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's specifically that one fucking amiibo.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, like I have I have what's it called? I have I have the Skylanders, Bowser and DK.
Yeah, I remember they work because people would use. They said that they did.
Yeah, so like I have the Skylanders, Bowser and DK. That swap from Amiibo and Skylander. So they work. Why the fuck doesn't Detective Pikachu?
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
We should end it.
Yeah, I was about to say we're coming up on well over 2 hours.
Not well over, just 10 minutes, but whatever.
If we get on another tangent, it's gonna be well over 2 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's wrap this up. We got plenty of content this time, and didn't forget to start recording. So
no, I made sure that your audio was there.
All right. Okay.
So I want to thank you guys for tuning in for this podcast, and thank God we had no technical issues this week.
I know my camera didn't overheat.
And my audio recorded properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for tuning into this episode of Flag Nerds. We will catch you guys next time. I'm Brittany,
I'm Ivan.
and we'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.